I'm going to be talking about high school today, what I learned in high school. I'm 19. I graduated 2 years ago. Um, this is what I learned from that fucking place. Nothing! Nothing. No, I did learn some shit. I learned a few fucking things, and I'm going to tell you about them in a second, all right? But here's some good about high school before I get into all of the ass, okay? First of all, I think it's very good that people growing up can have a space to go to and socialize. I think it's important that we understand social skills early on because later on, not a lot of people have them. I'll be honest. So I think it's good that we practice that stuff early on and just get it drilled into our heads, you know. So I think that's good to have a place to go and socialize with like-minded individuals, with your peers, make friends, stuff like that. Okay, it's a nice middle ground kind of place. So I think it's important in that aspect. Um, Second thing, I don't think all of the classes are useless, but oh my god, a grand majority are. Let me start off with the good ones. Okay, I think algebra like 1 is probably the extent of useful math that you'll need on a not a daily basis, but like on like a general basis, you know. I think anything after algebra 1, you really don't need. I think should be an elective and I don't think should be a requirement to graduate. Algebra 2 at this point we're just it's just filler fucking episodes, all right? I mean, we're just why am I even here? Geometry I think is a little important. I mean, to an extent. I don't think you need a whole fucking year of it, but I mean, hey, you know, whatever. Maybe people are just dumb. I don't know. Okay. I think biology is important. I think you should know what you're made up of. I think you should know what you're made up of and how you work as a person, how ecosystems work. I think that's important. Um I would say history is important. I think it's important to know where we came from. I think ancient civilizations are important to learn about. Psychology is important to a degree. Like there are important classes, right? And I feel like these are the sorts of classes that should be emphasized more. I feel like these classes should be required. Okay, a lot of history classes are required. Biology is a requirement. Algebra 1, 2, geometry, those are requirements. But like a lot of these, like psychology isn't really a requirement. I don't think, at least for my high school, it wasn't. And I think it should be because learning how a human mind works is very important. Because believe it or not, we all got one. I think it's important to learn that sort of thing. Um, So here's the fun part. The fun part. It's fun now because I can talk back on it, but before, oh my fucking god, it wasn't. So by the time I got to senior year, no, I'm gonna start with a better story. Okay, story number one. I was in sophomore year. It was sophomore year. I was in chemistry class with my buddy, right? And we sat right next to each other, and we were the only two at the table because all of the tables in the classroom were like rectangle, and you would sit on the same side, just facing the front of the class. So it was all two, 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 all of that. Okay, so we're sitting in twos, and we're facing the front. And one day, test day comes along. Yippee! This teacher's an ass. Oh my fucking god, asshole, ass. Right? So we do a test, and the way she does tests is nice because it kind of let me just explain. So you get your test. You need to sit from this side of the table to the long side of the table, so you're now facing each other. So like this is the table, you're both on this side. You gotta move to this side, so you have a longer distance. You can't really whisper, and you can't see each other's Chromebook screens, so you can't really cheat. This classroom was asshole pin fart silent. Okay, you were not talking without her hearing. Nobody was talking. So we're not talking and communicating or whatever. We're not texting. We're not doing whatever. Okay. I just want to take the fucking test and be done with it. So the way she did tests was you had to move your seats, which was fine. And if you finished, you would not submit. Don't submit your test. You bring your Chromebook up. She would tell you which ones you got wrong, and then she would send you back to your seat so that you could redo those ones that you got wrong. Totally understandable. And I think that's super fair. You know, it kind of gives you a chance to reflect on what you got wrong and to think a little more on the ones that you got wrong. I think that's cool. So my friend goes up. He finished his test. Cool. 5 minutes later, I go up, I finished. And she writes down the numbers that I got wrong, the question numbers that I got wrong on a little sticky note, and I go back to my desk, and on my way back, I hear her voice. Don't think I don't know what you guys are doing. I turn around, I look back. Me? She's like, yep, you and your friend over there. I was like, what? She's like, you guys got the same questions wrong. She thinks we're fucking cheating! You can't cheat! There's no cheating. There's literally no cheating. We're not cheating. How are you cheating? How are we cheating? So we go back, and I was like, okay, what? I don't fucking care. Whatever, man. So I go back to my seat. I was just like, okay. Walk back. She thought she was Sherlock fucking Holmes, I guess. And after the test, me and my friend, we look at our sticky notes where she wrote the questions down that we got wrong. And they're not even the same fucking questions. Are you serious? How did she infer that we're cheating? How? I don't get it. People in power are just gonna use it against you, okay? No matter what. And if you question it, well, they're the teacher. They're always right. And that's really annoying because like it's so often than not, but it's so often than I almost just said it again. It's so often that teachers will use their power against their students because they're fucking weirdos and they need they have some superiority complex that they have to uphold. It's weird, it's gross, and it shouldn't exist. I don't get why people do that. Like what do you get out of that, you nasty bitch? Yeah, I don't know. She would like scold me for asking for help. I remember I was out for a few classes because I was sick. And so I came back after the lesson. I waited for her to finish talking and shit after the lesson, and she comes to me, and I go to her, and I ask, I was like, hey, I was at the last few days, if you could just catch me up a little bit, I don't really know what we're doing. Maybe you should have been paying attention. What? I just told you I was out. What do you mean I should be paying attention? You should be paying attention to the first 3 words I said. I was out. What do you mean? Oh my god, I gotta pay attention though. Nope, no problem. My fault. Whatever. Okay, whatever. So something I learned in high school is that people are gonna be dickheads because they have fucking power over you. So just deal with it, I guess. Second thing I learned in high school is that shit's fucking useless, bro. Like, not all of it, but like a grand fucking majority is just bullshit. Are you serious? Oh my god. I had this other class, math analysis. First of all, can any of you tell me what the fuck math analysis is? Math analysis? What the fuck is that? Math is the analysis! What are we analyzing the analysis for? What? What? That makes no sense. Doesn't make any sense. So I asked what the class was for, not like the purpose of it. That's exactly what the question means. So I asked what the class was for. Sorry, I'm getting mad just thinking about it. I asked what the class was for, and she said that it was like what you didn't go over in algebra 1 and 2 and like geometry. So what I gained from that was it's a clusterfuck of information that they didn't deem worthy enough for the actual algebra 2, and geometry curriculums, okay? It's just a clusterfuck of the information that they didn't deem worthy for those classes and said, yep, throw them into another class. So that's what that is, I guess. So right off rip, I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't need this shit. Are you kidding me? So cool. So one day I asked her, like, okay, what do I actually... Somebody had said something to trigger me asking this, but I asked, like, she was so nice. She was a super, super nice woman, and I felt bad asking, but I was genuinely curious, and it was my senior year at this point. I didn't need the class to graduate. Whatever, man. So I asked, what do I actually, like, outside of a school perspective, what do I need this class for? And you want to know what she said? Well, we just want to give you, like, the foundation for everything. No. The foundation was built. The foundation was built. When the fuck are we gonna get to the house? I've been building the goddamn foundation for the last 12 fucking years. Okay? Ever since I started learning about the Holocaust in English class is when I knew that shit was useless. I don't need more years of this, okay? Every damn year, the Holocaust, the Holocaust. Fuck you, okay? Classes are seriously useless. They're just filler space for the classes that matter. They just want, like, how about a taxes class? I mean, not like a whole class, but like a life skills class where you learn how to like do your taxes and you learn like what the fuck a mortgage is. I don't know any of that shit. School is supposed to set you up like knowledge-wise for a little while for your life, you know? You kind of figure the rest of the shit out as you go. You get a part-time job and a W-2 in high school. Why would I not need to fucking know that? Like, what? Hello? It's just I don't get it, man. Yeah, bottom line, what I learned in high school is that people have a superiority complex and need to sustain their position of power by putting other people down. And a lot of other classes just aren't needed, bro. Like, seriously. I don't know, like, notice how this entire video was me yapping about shit I don't need. Because, in all honesty, the shit I don't need outweighs the shit that I do need and care about and actually wanted to learn and stick around for. My brain is full of bullshit from that fucking place because I was just, there was too much bullshit for me to care about the stuff that I wanted to care about. I was out of fucking energy. It just tires you out. It's just burnout simulator. School is not helpful. School can be helpful, and it's sad that it can be helpful and it has so much potential to actually help people. But the fucking people making decisions are like 80-year-olds. You guys aren't even in fucking school anymore. Why should you have a say, bro? Like, it's tiring. Glad I'm out of that place, but if anybody else is in high school and you have the same questions and wonders about why you're even there, you're not alone. Alright, that place is fucking stupid. Glad I'm out of there. I wanted to yap a little bit about what I learned in high school. Grand takeaway from high school is, I guess I learned common sense and I learned how to read people. I learned how to read people. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Fuck high school.